They were never supposed to fall in love. They were co-stars in the world of BL2 heartthrobs, with millions of fans, each with their own on-screen ships. But behind the cameras, away from the lights, Mew Supposit and Tul Pakorn's hearts were already racing for each other. And this is the love story that no one saw coming. When Mew and Tul first crossed paths in the BL industry, they were surrounded by glitter, glamour, and the unspoken rules that govern the genre. You could flirt, you could tease, you could act in love for the screen, but real romance, that was forbidden territory. At first, they kept it professional, supporting each other's careers, cheering each other on quietly. But in between rehearsals, interviews, and award shows, something started to change. The way Mew's gaze lingered just a little too long. The way Tul's smile softened whenever Mew was around. They weren't just acting anymore. This was something real, something dangerous, and something too powerful to ignore. Tul, however, carried a secret fear. He knew exactly how toxic certain corners of the fandom could be. He had seen it before, the way some fans would tear apart actors for daring to live their truth. Tul wasn't just protecting himself. He was protecting Mew from a storm he wasn't sure they could survive, so they hid. For months, for years, they became masters of subtlety, matching Instagram posts without tagging each other. Coincidentally, being in the same city, posting photos from vacations, always just slightly apart, never in the same frame, but the eagle-eyed fans. Oh, they knew. They noticed the same beaches, the same sunsets, the same little details that screamed these two are together. And with that suspicion came the ugliness. Some fans obsessed with keeping the fantasy alive began sending Tul death threats. Yes, death threats, just for being the man Mew's heart chose. Tul's DMs filled with hate. Anonymous comments tried to break him down. It was dark, it was cruel, and yet Mew was always there, holding him together in the shadows. They promised each other they wouldn't let the outside world destroy what they had. They would wait, and when the time was right, they would stop hiding. And then, it happened. A quiet Instagram post, a photo that said everything without saying a word. Mew and Tul, no longer hiding. They didn't stage a press conference. They didn't make a big announcement. They simply lived their truth. And slowly, the tides began to turn. Fans who once doubted, who once hated, started seeing the love for what it was: genuine, deep, and impossible to fake. Even those who had shipped them with others couldn't deny the spark that lit up when they were together. Then came the moment that sent shockwaves across the BL world: the engagement. It wasn't just a romantic proposal, it was a victory, a statement. Tul had once been terrified of this day, but when Mew got down on one knee, all those fears melted away. The ring wasn't just a symbol of their love. It was proof that they had survived the storms, the hate, the secrecy. They were no longer two actors playing roles. They were partners, soulmates, soon-to-be husbands. Since that day, every moment has been sweeter than the last. From walking hand in hand through airports to stealing kisses in quiet cafes, from late-night live streams where they can't stop looking at each other, to traveling across the world and sharing the same sunsets they once hid. Their smiles are brighter now, their laughter freer. Tul leans into Mew's touch like it's the only place he's ever felt safe. And Mew, he looks at Tul like he's the greatest plot twist of his life. These aren't just couple moments. They're pages in a love story that's still being written. One glance, one hug, one whispered "I love you" at a time. And the fans, oh, they are living for it. Every photo drop is a social media explosion. Every handhold, every forehead kiss, Every playful tease sends timelines into chaos. Edits of them together rack up millions of views. Hashtags trend worldwide within minutes. The MewTul Nation isn't just a fandom anymore. It's an army of hopeless romantics, rooting for two men who dared to turn fiction into forever. And now, as they prepare to say, "I do," at the end of this year, the world is watching. This isn't just another celebrity wedding. It's the celebration of a love that defied the odds, broke the rules, and refused to be silenced. Mew and Tul didn't just find love. They fought for it, protected it, and now they're ready to build a lifetime together. So here's to MewTul, the love story that started in the shadows, but will end with a kiss in the brightest spotlight of all. And as the months passed, Mew and Tul didn't just prove their love, they built a fortress around it. They learned how to protect their relationship, while still letting fans in on their joy. Mew would post subtle hints a hand in the corner of a selfie, a coffee cup placed just right, and Tul would quietly match it on his own feed. Fans weren't just connecting the dots anymore. They were writing entire novels in their heads about the two of them. And honestly, then came the engagement announcement, and oh bestie, the internet exploded. The photo of Mew holding Tul's hand, with that sparkling ring catching the light, became the new wallpaper for thousands of fans worldwide. Some cried, some screamed, some replayed the moment over and over, trying to imagine how Mew proposed. Was it in a quiet candlelit dinner? Was it during one of their secret getaways to the mountains? No one knows for sure, but what we do know is that Tul said yes, without a single ounce of hesitation. From then on, they started sharing more openly. No more hiding, no more blurring the lines between just friends and something more. They were in love proudly, boldly, and beautifully. And the fans? They went from protective to absolutely obsessed. Fan pages popped up overnight, tracking their pre-wedding shoots, sharing behind-the-scenes footage from fittings, and counting down the days to the big event. The energy in the fandom wasn't just hype, it was history in the making. Now, as the wedding date draws closer, MewTul aren't just walking down the aisle. They're rewriting what it means to be a BL couple in the public eye. From co-stars to secret lovers, from fighting off hate to bathing in love, they've survived storms together and are now standing under the sun,